last.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
I don't know what's happening, but I feel like you're the student that asked the teacher if we have any homework. Let's see. 11.
11. Okay. All right. Filbert sort of is waddling behind. He's like, hey. So what did you find? Oh, we should go.
Oh, would you quiet down?
That's a lot of necromancy. I'm not built to handle that amount of necromancy.
What in the bloody hell did you expect to walk back into with this lab?
I don't know.
They're always messing something up.
Is this another one of your friends?
Friend, someone we tolerate.
You better tell whatever the hell that is that I'm your friend. Otherwise, I'm in for what is that?
I'm your friend.
Thank you. Who are you?
I am Dwight.
That's...
Why does everyone laugh at my name? It was very intimidating 400 years ago.
It was very 400?
Once more, champion of the Iron Hoofs.
This huge, massive minotaur, one arm reconstructed partially, another arm lifts itself out of the coffin, its face, the flesh returning to 3/4 of its features, its body slowly filling out the black armor, right? And as it erupts from the coffin, you notice that the torso has fused in a grotesque fashion to whatever animal this minotaur was mounted on. Its legs fused and wrapped and gnarled around the front legs of what mount it was on, so that its lower body is that of a big, massive, skeletal war bull. The bull itself is missing its head, but where its head and shoulders would be is fused to the torso of this minotaur.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hello, I helped make you again. I'm Anya. This is Snake.
You should probably stop talking really quick.
State your purpose here.
My purpose is to find out and seek those who destroyed my family. Will you help me?
I know you not.
Okay.
We're helping that guy.
Hello again, old friend. It has been many years.
Dwight.
I see you remember me.
Slay you where you stand.
You're not friends? Try. Yes. Take a look at yourself, old friend.
The minotaur raises a massive looking black etched axe. It's pretty great.
What have you done to Brenda?
Was that really its name?
Brenda, it's a noble name.
I've been trying to guess what you've called it for hundreds of years. I would have never guessed Brenda.
Says the man named Dwight.
What is wrong with Dwight?
Nothing's wrong with Dwight.
Everything's wrong with Dwight, mate.
Thank you.
No, nothing's wrong here. We're all good. This is so sad. Can we leave?
Why does the Birdman not try to fly?
Good question, Black.
He looks at his arms that are not wings.
It's a sensitive topic. Yeah.
Tala looks at the little dwarf dude.
Your face. It's arranged in a very pleasing manner.
Pluck like stops and turns like.
Now that's one I've never heard before. Did you just call me attractive?
This 10-foot towering minotaur abomination undead.
In my opinion, yes. You are quite pleasing to behold.
Wow.
Finally, someone with some respect.
I mean,
Thank you.
You're very...
Okay, well, Pluck points the wand at you. You shrink down to a fun-sized duck, but It is still a duck abomination because half of another duck is attached to the duck's torso.
Wow, good job, Plug.
It's terrifying.
But now it'll fit under a blanket, so could just throw a little sheet over that.
Can you still talk?
You can still, you have a voice, but you sound like a duck.
I can fit in a basket.
Oh, I hate everything.
What is even happening?
I'm not sure. It's a really weird day.
Wait, the humans are staying.
Yes.
We're staying. They're staying.
We are?
Yeah.
They are?
You're just doing some
You should just
decorating.
run right now. Just go.
They try to climb up, they slide down the viscera.
I will have them back to you within the day.
Yeah, sorry, boys.
And Snick.
Yes, and your snake. Not sure why you're leaving the snake.
He's overseer.
And Dwight turns to the cultist. And he points to one. He's like,
You will hang these curtains. You two will set up the alchemical equipment. And you.
to the last cultist.
I have 400 years of laundry to fold. Get started.
And they all run off into the Bone Cathedral. Since Christina's, I don't know, she's in the bathroom or something. Let's say that she's left Tala in her room, and she's not on top of her head. Right?
Oh, that would have been funny.
So just these scant 10 minutes pass, and all of you hear this huge kind of like upstairs in Anya's room. You burst back into full size. You're in this kind of cramped room.
We're like stuck.
Right. You're like, well,
Oh, she's that big?
she's 10 feet tall.
Oh.
So maybe not like this, but like certainly you bump your head and you're like, ow.
This whole time I've probably been probably at the bar sitting next to Warbling, and I hear that, and he's just like, I'll be back.
No, mate.
Oh.
This is the last moment of peace and quiet you're going to get for quite some time.
That's very true.
Savor it.
should
If I were
relish
you,
it.
I won't speak for you.
All right, I'll give it another 2 hours.
The pretty cook kind of comes.
My orphanage. You're not going to be an orphan. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome. I have a room there that I use for, what was he? Not a minotaur. Centaur.
We're not the same thing.
Sorry, but I'm just saying, you guys are both equally, girthy. What?
I'm sensing some disrespect from you.
Somewhere in the Bone Cathedral, the snake is like, I sense that Anya is being racist. It's just a feeling I have.
All right, here.
Good news, it's butterfly-ish.
Okay.
Bad news, it's still 10 feet tall.
Oh, God.
This horrifying insectoid monster floats before you.
Okay, you need
Is
to
it
put
like
those
the-
things away.
Is
Don't.
it like the Bug's Life caterpillar at the end? Or you just kind of...
It's sort of like a mini Mothra.
Wings are fluttering slightly out of sync.
Yeah.
All right, you need.
Since you've never been a butterfly before, you're just sort of flailing around the room like.
This is unsettling.
Okay. Can I try again?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Please.
I got.
This is the last charge on your wand.
I thought I'd get 7 charges.
7 charges for the snowball one. Polymorph has 3.
Oh shit.
Make this a good one, Block, and then we get them to the room.
Boy. Okay.
Maybe don't let me choose this time.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Ooh,
As you speak, this alien insectoid powder erupts from your body.
Oh no.
Pluck.
Sorry.
Make a Constitution saving.
Oh
throw
come
really
on.
quick.
No. Yeah, baby. one.
My apologies. This doesn't happen to me.
All y'all in chat telling me not to leave. Come on.
Pluck goes from standing to asleep.
God damn it.
Dead asleep.
Oh, good.
Like right before he casts the spell, he's just like, you know, now's the time for a nap.
All right, I take Pluck's wand. What'll it be? For you, I'm feeling like maybe you are a dog. Do you like dog?
More of a cat person, but I'll take it.
I will turn you into a cat person.
Anya, who is not attuned to the wand at all, tries to use the wand of polymorph. Anya, call odds or evens?
Even.
What is happening?
That's interesting. Okay. Anya haphazardly points the wand of polymorph at you, a very dangerous piece of equipment, and just says, maybe a cat person. You guys can hear this even on the path to Allhaven. There is an audible explosion. The side of the pretty cook that houses your room explodes outwards, and a 20-foot version of this reformed undead minotaur abomination, losing her butterfly form completely, spills out of the back of the inn. You're now you, but bigger.
Tala,
This is the worst day of my life.
run! Go to the woods! Aye!
Um,
I put the wand back in Pluck's hand.
Is asleep.
What did you do?
Pluck is completely
I
unconscious.
turn around and I'm just watching this unfold, and I stare and I just start to.
You see what happens when you leave her alone?
You fucking people!
I want to try dragging Warbone back to the pretty cook.
You very gently lay your hand on Warblend. Do you allow yourself to be dragged, or do you want her to try and make a strength check for it?
Just go.
You're okay with go? All right. So you're like, come on, Warblend. Let's go handle some stuff. Tala, what do you?
Grass, like holding one of my bags, just.
It's been a hard time for Warblend.
This brings back memories.
Ironhoof emerges from the back of a shop. He's like, oh, what, you need another cloak? Or...
I have someone to introduce you to.
Oh.
This is your great.
I'm not that old.
Great grandmother. Or
Excuse me?
See, Tala, money fix everything.
Just in the background, you hear a wailing from the pretty cook.
My restaurant!
Is this how things usually go for you, adventurers?
Yes! I yell from the distance. Voice a detour.
that's part of the mission. It's not really the detour. It's like
So it's on the way.
where we're going.
There's
We have time
always
tonight.
a bloody detour with you people.
Tomorrow's your thing. Tonight we'll do this.
Compromise is the key to teamwork.
This isn't a team. This is a group of people constantly trying to kill each other.
You keep saying people, but like.
Okay, well, you're not a person.
I'm not a
you very
person, I'm a
much.
minotaur.
And I am your supreme. I am better
Yeah,
than you.
We're all inferior to Anya.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
Unconscious.
Roll Constitution one more time as this is happening.
Um,
Again.
but, and he looks at the giant hole, just like, but you did so great on the last task I left you with.
Excuse me?
That I've so much faith in you.
Dad.
That until the contractors get here,
Dad.
start to maybe just spitball and brainstorm some ideas. You're a very capable little one, and I believe.
Just over his face.
It's okay. It's okay. Plug just keeps like, it's okay. It's okay. And you're like, oh, where am I? Right, it's okay.
Dad, I think you need to maybe get some rest.
Honesty is best policy.
Not always.
Honesty is virtue. Honesty.
Will get us killed.
I never heard that one.
You'll learn it.
All right, so are you?
I washed up on this island with you lot, hating every single one of you. I don't trust anybody.
That's fair.
I haven't done it in many years, and with good damned reason. If you could do this for me, maybe I can put trust in strangers again. I've never asked anybody except my brothers who were slain years ago for anything like this, but I don't have a choice now. Hell, I just met you and you're trying to get with me, so hey.
It's been a long time.
We can go on a date if this all goes according to plan.
You have my axe.
There's one. Can I get a two?
You have my snake.
Wait, is that you or was that the other snake?
That was Nick's
Yes.
snake. And what do I have weapon-wise?
Hands.
And my hands.
Three.
And my
Three.
hissy tongue.
Okay, great. Trickster, Pluck,
You want my demon?
if you can control yourself.
We're friends now.
Well,
yeah.
all right. We're all friends here, aren't we? Sorry.
Hey, I'll go.
Pluck.
Plug looks at Werblin. It's just like, I want you to know, first and foremost, I could care less about your trust, but someone is wrongfully being kept, and that's not right. So, it's not for you, but I'll go.
From one father to another.
Pluck is just like, he like shakes his head and just.
Okay, yeah. All right,
It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing.
I'm being polite.
Tala and Trixa, who have gone off to another side. Tala, since you're very heavy, you're walking along.
I'm sorry, what?
You're a very heavy minotaur monster.
Voluptuous minotaur. Thank you.
Voluptuous. You're very voluptuous.
Continue.
All right.
Just in these weird statuesque positions, right? If you go up and poke one.
Pause. I run back down. I steal Pluck's bracelet and I come back up.
You take his very fancy bracelet with the 5 wands attached to it. Now, you have no idea what these wands do. But you have them now. Oh, I'm glad you rolled that because he rolled a 2. You're like, your hand is literally like, yeah, what do you see? Tell me what you see, Dwight. Fingers. You. Yes, good. She will be perfect. I delight in the irony. Who else is near? Oh, her. I'll take what I can get. Now, Eki, the quiet death. Korth, the dangerous storm. Rise! Before you, you see the ground part way. A skeletal taloned fist pierces through the earth in a fist, just literally punches its way out. Like through 100 pounds of dirt and rock, just shattering through the ground in a sort of Shoryuken kind of motion, right? And you see, as this bony fist erupts into the air, flesh, grayed out, rotting flesh begins to sprout from muscles, and tendons start to reform through the bones. And as it claws its way out of the earth, it spreads up the arm, through the shoulders, and you see this fanged skeletal skull erupt from the dirt, skin and flesh just reforming up its skull, its lips covering its fanged bare teeth, its eyes being filled in with fleshy, pulpy bits to form new eyeballs. And you see this Yuan-Ti, this Yuan-Ti pureblood, very much akin to Anya, rise up from the ground. As she stumbles onto the beachhead, and right behind this undead, you see the ground begin to tremble and swell, and green streaks of energy start cracking up from below. And right next to where the Yuan-Ti popped up, another giant burst of green flame destroys what's left of the beach next to you, shooting what appears to be a freaking laser straight up into the air. This green eldritch laser, right? And as the dust clears, you see another reptilian skeleton claw its way up from the dirt. Slightly different from the Yuan-Ti. This one, instead of forming flesh, it forms scales over its arms. Hard, brutal, and just steely scales as she rises from the depths. This flesh covering most of her body, leaving good chunks missing from her side and other places. And these two monstrous abominations arrive in front of you. As you two come to life for the first time in 400 years. Yeah, that's the noises they make. You have to get the dirt and stuff out of your... Yes. It's very intimidating, and then, the realities of being birthed again from the ground hit. You're right next to the ocean. I mean, that's...
Names.
I am Eki.
Eki.
I am Gorth Kapesk.
How the hell do you pronounce that?
It's very hard.
Okay.
In our tongue, it's...
Wander. Let's try to be sneaky first of all, okay? Like quiet as the dead, okay?
I am quieter than you will ever be.
Cool. Good start. So we'll...
Dwight is in his like cathedral going like, I feel like Trixa just said something racist. Is that racist?
Is dead a race?
Quiet like the dead. That's my people's kind of phrase. Anyway.
Your expertises. Like, what are you good at?
I look over to the corner and go, Eldritch Blast.
Yes, so Eki, as you're sneaking, trying to remain undetected, opens her mouth and a huge blast of eldritch power, this green plasma, erupts from her mouth and blows a sizable hole through the ship. Right out the other side, you hear a surprised cry, and you see the burnt corpse of one of the Yuan-Ti sitting out in the dock after the aftermath.
Does it look like the hole in the ship was anywhere near where my friends were?
No, it's just very prominent now.
Okay.
And you start hearing panicked cries.
Let's go this way. Okay. What do you do? Are you're just really quiet. You're sneaky. Is that your thing?
I am best fighter ever.
You two start hearing in Draconic outside, like the Yuan-Ti panicking. What was that? What? Oh!
Okay, no, let's go.
Terry! What happened to Terry?
No, I tried to lead them away the way we were going.
So that what's 7 plus 6? So it's actually 6 plus 6. So it's just 12.
My dexterity is actually 4 now. I forgot to change.
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's
13. 13.
13, you hit.
Thank you, math.
We can't math.
For the win.
We're voice actors, not scientists.
Word. Yeah, I should have changed that. Sorry.
As this crumpled giant snake tries to crawl away from Eki, Korth is just like, well, he's right there. And just like this terrible green flame engulfs his body. Everyone has to go like, oh god. Both beings collide into his form, melts his flesh. His bones just sort of like it evaporates him down to his skeletal structure. And as soon as the flames fade, you just see him crumple into a pile.
Oh.
You have overdone it.
You can suck his bones.
Arrow is good. But
all the flesh, it's gone. You're like, I should know that about myself at this point.
I'm having the same
It's been 400 years.
Yeah.
I know.
Freaking break.
I actually feel you, Korth.
Yeah.
Lesser lizard.
Yeah. What's lesser mean?
Trixie, it's your turn.
I start eating the bones.
Are we anywhere near that one guy who had that booth where he gave me the doll?
Yeah, actually.
Because I mean, that booth was only up for the festival, right?
But there, I mean, he was a merchant who works in town, and if you take a quick glance around, he is there.
I want to take people that way.
Okay, it's just right off next to you.
Okay.
So you see the same merchant. He's frozen in place behind his booth.
What does he have? Like, what's the situation?
Trying to take his stuff.
I'm seeing what the situation is.
All right. So the reason the festival hired him was because he does specialize in children's toys. You see a great range of dolls and little knickknacks and stuff in his booth. He has he's got a lockbox behind the booth. He's a regular merchant stall. A wide variety of dolls, some little action figures, some fun little costumes for kids. Is there anything specific you're looking to take?
Well, like he had, I think, like a crossbow and some adamantine.
Oh, right. He did. Yes, you're absolutely right. He did. Those are prizes for the carnival itself. Though he does have a lockbox, you could keep some of them in there. So you were just like, that's not exactly what I'm looking for.
I wanna take the lockbox. I'm assuming it's locked.
It is locked.
Can I hit it with my axe?
Sure. You roll to hit for you.
Oh, 12.
12? It's fine. It's you snap the lock on off the box, open it up. There is a chunk of adamantite in there, and also another 100 gold. So as you're going along, you just see Trixer randomly looting from the frozen.
And I take another doll.
All right, so she's looting. Just for your information, Korth, there are plenty of food around you.
I just start gorging.
All right, every person you come across, you just sort of take bites out of. Yeah, there's just frozen humans all in place, and elves and dwarves and all that stuff.
I want to. He had a crossbow that was for his game, so I want to look for it.
Right. By the way.
Okay, I'm really quickly gonna take some rope. I'm gonna try to rig up this crossbow with the rope wrapped around the trigger, and I want to tie it to this guy's hands pretty taut, so that whenever he comes back and moves, he pulls the trigger and the crossbow.
Oh my god! Yes. That's what you do during this time.
And I tell my zombies to leave him alone.
Okay. Whoever falls down, you eat first, you know.
Pretty much.
You're making your way up there, but you're taking your time. It's like a picnic! A picnic after 400 years!
Look at all the food. This is amazing. Yes.
Every once in a while, you see like some ugly architecture, and it takes everything in you not to blow it up with your Godzilla breath, or you do. Who knows? You know. Right. So, okay, randomly in the background, he is wearing a set of wings of flying. He was more or less planning to use this to get to the top of the end spire, where he assumes, probably correctly, where the ruby is, right? You have just shattered this very, very rare, very expensive magic item. Just obliterated it. It just falls to pieces in this kind of poof of magic dust, and the wings that were attached to it fall to the ground. This thing that costs like thousands and thousands of gold just evaporating under your terrible touch.
It wasn't exploding heart.
But on the good side, he can't fly anymore.
I attempt to laugh.
This is the right time to do that, yes? Yes?
As he's trying to get a hold of himself and like distance himself from you, he's like, Eki was a legendary Yuan-Ti abomination. She killed thousands.
Yes, I did. And I am a pure blood. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? I have all of this murder and the dice are lying
I'm
to
gonna
me.
give you advantage because it can't dodge you.
No.
It can't dodge you. Watch, it's gonna be a 1 and go.
Keiji, why would you?
Why were you bastard? What? You bastard!
Why?
It's okay, the other one.
Sorry,
10.
I'm probably peeking the
10.
mic.
10. We're going with 10. We're going with 10.
You can't. You can't.
No! Well,
Yeah, I was about to say that's still really high.
There we go.
Not even close. All right, so he's hexed. So you now deal additional damage. You get to name an attribute that he has that he is now severely weakened in.
Strength.
Yeah, I'm gonna do strength checks.
All right.
I was actually going to say, I'm very happy you helped confirm that.
You're just
Thank
like,
you.
charisma!
Everyone's like, are you serious?
All right. All right, he's hexed.
Yeah.
You definitely hit.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
10 damage? All right. So you raise your axe high and you collide down on the ground as this giant crater forms beneath the snake as you hit it hard into the earth. Your axe slices through part of its the area that attaches its neck to its main body. You sheave off. You feel a slight metallic pinch against your weapon, though, as you cleave through it. You feel something break. And as you finish cleaving through the snake, you notice a small artifact the size of your palm, with now a massive crack in it. It appears to be this purple cube. This purple cube falls out of his body to the side. Magic energies just starts leaking from it. Soon it just sort of dissolves into itself. And suddenly, you start hearing the screams.
Oh, shit.
You start hearing the wails of despair and fear as the civilians start coming back around. One by one, every citizen in the kingdom begins to animate.
Uh-huh.
Your zombie horde turns around, distracted, and heads straight into the city.
Uh-huh. I still have my second attack.
You still have your second attack?
I want to use it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, it's a 21.
You hit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right. You take the axe, drag it up alongside its spine, and just have it cleave out the side of its face.
Yes, yes.
The snake wobbles. It's not exactly down yet, but it stares at you with its piercing eyes. But then something happens. The area in which Eki poked her finger begins to writhe and rumble, and you see it just sort of bubble up next to its neck. Seconds later, this massive snake explodes.
Yeah!
Showering you with gore.
It's a party.
And you being covered with this viscous, stuff.
You're welcome.
And you turn around and you see that your 45 strong zombie army has made it into the city proper and have started murdering aimlessly.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we're going to stop this section.
They have a small amount of aim.
A small amount of aim, but that's where we're going to stop right now.
Okay.
Sexual tension is a weird part of the show, I've come to realize.
A little bit.
I'm sorry I'm not as pure as you thought.
Wait, right before we finish, you do hear like a trigger go off in
Yes! Yes! There it is.
Okay.